Hi, I'm Danny Cabrera, and today I'm gonna show you my Tableau, my second Tableau. So the way I kind of approached this was if I was a supplier and I was kind of looking a way to market my goods. So why would I see information from a state that's not doing so great? So I would go to the most popular places, which would be, I went by each region, went to Texas, the most populated, went to New York, which is one of the busiest places in the world, went to Florida and California, which for the most part are one of the biggest states and some of the most populated places in the US. So here I divided um, this sheet by their sales and profit just to kind of see how it's correlated together. You can see that even though, for example, California sold 200 million, their profit is, half of that. So you can really see how you really need to sell a lot of volume in order to get high profit. Um, so yeah, so this was kind of like my first sheet. Then my second one. My second one, I approached this because I wanted to see what type of items were sold in each state. Because I wanted to see what the most popular, items were, and if I was a supplier, I would want to use this information to see, like, okay, like, for example, desktops aren't doing as great, but you can see that laptops are, for the most part, the most popular. Then we have tablets. So would I want to have, or would I want to make, millions of desktops? No, I would rather spend my money to make more tablets or to make more laptops. I would also use this information to so imagine if I go to a state that isn't doing as good, which I could go to the map and I could go to maybe Wyoming. So they're not doing that great. I would see like what they're selling, and I could see, okay, in California the most popular is laptops, and that's one of the most populated places in the US. So why would I want to sell more desktops in a place where there aren't as many people? So I would use what's popular in populated places, and I would establish that in those places that aren't as populated. That kind of makes sense. So yeah, I also put the profit, just the same thing. I wanted to see, how it was correlated to one another, or if you need to sell more tablets in order to make a better profit, or if you needed to sell more desktops to make a profit. So I just want to see the correlation between both of them. So this one was also very interesting. So what I did was I divided the sales by month because I wanted to see in what months, or what were the most popular months in terms of selling. And I did it by state just to kind of see the correlation between that. And to be honest, I thought December was going to be, the time of the year where the most sales were going to take part just because of the holidays and everything, but it kind of took me by surprise. Yet again, if I was a supplier, I would use this information to maybe market goods differently. So imagine if sales aren't that great in one month, you can maybe have more ads in that month, or have better sales, or have better deals in those kinds of months, like kind of by the end of the year, having those, Black Fridays and things like that. And you can see that like at the beginning of the year, sales are very good. So definitely use this information to target the months that aren't as popular and kind of see how you can market goods differently. Also, you can use this information as well. Like if you're a supplier, you have a big factory, you have a big warehouse, like you can see or kind of assume when you're gonna need certain things or when you're gonna be the busiest, so you can kind of start having a bigger quota to produce more goods in those certain times, and then when it starts kind of leveling down or decreasing, you can kind of stop producing or stop manufacturing as many goods, because you can see here you're not gonna sell as much. This is just an extra one that I made. It's kind of similar to the last one, and the only thing I added was so by month, by state, and also by department. So I kind of wanted to see what's sold in each place each month. So it's kind of similar. You can use the same information as the last one. But I just kind of want to see the correlation between the month and what they sold. I was very curious. Lastly, I just did the map. I just kind of wanted to have a visual of all of the United States and see by each state, how much sales they made and how much profit they made, and all of this. Just kind of, if I was a supplier, if I was a company, I would kind of want to see where I'm doing the best, where I'm not doing so great, and what are the places that I can target in, or what places I'm doing good, so what I can do to kind of duplicate that in other places. Lastly, my dashboard, I kind of put everything together except one of them, and I kind of just wanted to, make it easy for people that need this information to kind of come here, see where they're doing good, see what they're doing bad, and kind of just seeing the different aspects of the information that I made to see. So yeah, and then my story, it's kind of similar to the dashboard. It kind of goes congruent. So yeah, I hope this information helps, and I hope that you like this tableau. Thank you.